Good afternoon, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. This is Rich again, back for your second video blog of the day for Wednesday, July 22nd, 2015, around 3:20 in the afternoon, Billerica, Massachusetts. Mix and sun and clouds today. Highs in the 70s and stuff. Low humidity and stuff. Pretty good. Perfect summertime weather. Several days like this until next week when heat and humidity comes back. Some news to report. HBO has announced it signed Bill Simmons to a long-term contract, meaning Bill Simmons is going to work on a lot of projects for HBO and have a own weekly talk show. And ESPN Radio has re-signed Ryan Russillo to a contract extension. He'll be on ESPN Radio for a long time. And many teams have cooled off on Phillies closer Jonathan Papelbon. They were rumored to be trading for him at the trade deadline, but it's not the case. Maybe Jonathan Papelbon will be a waiver deal in August. And that's about it on the news. My second video subject of the day is about the NHL expansion process, which the deadline was 2 days ago. Only 2 cities have filed an application for an expansion team. They are the Las Vegas and Quebec City, Quebec, Canada. And the expansion application, $10 million, which $2 million would be non-refundable. Many cities were rumored to be vying for it, including Seattle and Kansas City and Sacramento and Toronto, but they were scared of the application fee of $10 million, with $2 million were not refundable, so they just backed off and they did not like apply for a team and stuff like that. And the NHL will be working with the prospective owners of Las Vegas and Quebec City that continue on the expansion process and try to get these teams into the NHL as soon as possible. Las Vegas, the prospective owners already have over 13,000 season tickets in the bank for a possible team, and they are going to be playing in a new arena which will be built in time for the 2016-2017 NHL season. And Las Vegas doesn't have a major sports team at all, and there's rumors that this will be a slam dunk, that the Las Vegas franchise will be the 31st team to be in the NHL, probably in 2017, and they'll probably be playing in the Pacific Division. And the Quebec franchise, which they filed an application, was owned by Quebec Door, which is a communications company which owns TVA Sports, which is a French sports regional network in Quebec, Canada, and stuff like that. They have a new arena in place and stuff. And the NHL will be working with them, trying to get them into the NHL as soon as possible. But there's complications for a possible Quebec franchise due to several reasons. One, due to the weakening Canadian dollar, and second of all, they will if Quebec gets the 32nd team in the NHL, they'll probably have to be in the Eastern Conference and move one of the teams in the East back out west, either Columbus or Detroit. And it's more likely going to be Columbus because the NHL promised Detroit they would be kept in the East no matter what, because for years they've tried to get back in to the Eastern Conference, even though I think Detroit should be in the Western Conference because of the rivalries with Chicago, St. Louis, Minnesota, and Colorado in the Central Division and stuff like that. And the NHL also really wanted maybe another U.S. franchise and stuff to apply for the team, probably for the expansion process most likely Seattle, but Seattle had issues because they still do not have an arena yet, plus a couple of ownership groups were vying for it and stuff like that. And the NHL will be getting $500 million for each new team that comes in. So potentially they'll be splitting, the team owners will be splitting $1 billion. And the $1 billion is probably, in my humble opinion, will be going to the owners to build up a war chest for a possible lockout of the NHL in 2021 when the collective bargaining agreement expires. And they'll probably have another lockout, NHL. So the NHL owners are trying to scramble as much money as they can to build up a war chest and stuff like that. And what I think about this expansion process, there's too many teams in the NHL and the talent level is weak. How are you going to add up to 50 more players and stuff like that, and plus more minor leaguers, coaching staff, stuff like that? The NHL should be looking at moving some of these teams, especially Arizona Coyotes, which they have no arena, and also Florida Panthers, which their attendance problems, and Carolina Hurricanes have attendance problems. There's a lot of markets in North America that could support an NHL team and stuff. They should have moved these teams to Las Vegas or Quebec City, the teams that were in trouble, but the NHL just cares about the money and stuff like that. But I think probably Arizona will probably eventually move to Seattle, and Carolina probably either move to Quebec City, Hartford, Connecticut, or Kansas City, and Florida probably will move to Quebec somewhere and stuff like that. And the NHL will be growing 2 more teams by the end of the decade. It might not be the best for hockey, but it's just better for the bottom line for these owners in the NHL, because they need all the money they could get, because the television contracts, especially for the United States owners, are not as up to par as the other 3 major sports. And that's about it on that. Be back for the third and final video blog of the night, which will be about is former NBA player Shawn Kemp, a future basketball Hall of Famer. Have a good day, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. And like I always say, keep calm. And I'm Julie Bratton Guy, Molly Rosenblunt of Fox 35 Rocks. In the words of Bruce Cronin, want to put a wager on that, Richie? See you later.